How much money did we spend to install Toyota Prius Drivetrain to our boat? This is the most common question in our comments, where everybody was just like, oh, it's better to install Cummins, or if you want to go slow, why just don't buy a trawler right away from the very beginning? Well, we heard all of these comments, and yes, from the day one when we started to installing the Toyota Prius Drivetrain into our 45-feet boat, I started to calculate all of the spendings in my tiny spreadsheet. So today, we finally would be able to answer on all of these questions, and we will share with you how much money did we actually spend and how much time we need to wait until we would be able to get our investment back. But before we're gonna start, let's do a small interactive in our comments. Right now, pause the video and write down in the comments how much do you think we spent during the entire process to install Toyota Drivetrain, being in a boatyard, buying the car. What's your estimation? And after that, let's just keep watching this video, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be impressed. So we're gonna have three categories. The first one is, of course, just an actual spendings. The second one is something that I was able to sell, so I would be able to retrieve some money from the process. And the third one is a bonus one. So if you want to see the full thing, don't forget to subscribe, put a thumbs up, leave a comment if you didn't. First of all, to do the swap, you need to have a car. In our case, we was able to get a pretty good deal on really low mileage, 60,000 kilometers on odometer. Right-hand drive, which doesn't care for us because the engine is the same. The most important part was the engine. So $3,000 was the total cost for the car, including all taxes, including everything. For all delivery, from the auction lot to the scrapyard, to the boatyard, to the storage, etc., back and forward, total was $350. So we already $3,350. Next, we're gonna go for big spendings. Shelter Island Marina, plus store, plus crane operator, plus haul out, back and forward, $7,709.33. Holy smokes, that was a lot. Then we have our Amazon orders, which was including parts, tools, and other stuff, $3,189.67. Really important part to include, because we didn't buy all tools for this renovation, because we had most of the tools already purchased during our last renovation, because we had another renovation a year ago, even though this one already was a year ago. We kind of had a lot of tools in advance, so most likely if you would buy everything from the scratch, this price most likely is going to be way higher. But in our case, it was only $3,189. Okay, how you can see, I did categorize some of them by stores, because I had like a bunch of receipts from one store, so it's easier for me to just to tell you the bulk number. So the green line, which was hoses and fittings store right close to Marina, $1,664.89. Damn, that was a lot of hoses. Because of the cooling and exhaust systems, that was quite a lot actually. Then Home Depot, including some tools, bolts, materials, $777.45, which is surprisingly not a lot. I was thinking Home Depot would be way more. Wolf Marine, which was another marine store right close to Marina, we did get their unknown, some paint and materials, $531.74. And the next part would be pretty much uncategorized. It's almost impossible to categorize everything. It will include like the metal store, the eBay parts, the AliExpress parts, the Lordka, Napa, PCBWay. Speaking of which, if you don't know what PCBWay is, Anna, it's your turn to introduce what's PCBWay.
Absolutely, because PCBWay is one of the partners who made this project possible. In September, before even our haul-out, we ordered first custom parts, and we loved the quality, we loved the speed they worked with, and the prices. And we were so happy that after that they agreed to partner with us on our future videos. Dima searched local companies, but none would offer anything even relatively close to speed, quality, and cost as PCBWay offers. And because of the variety of services they provide, we were able to produce for this swap the whole exhaust manifold, a coupling, and a PCB that Dima used for charger in the last episode. So it doesn't matter where you are located, you can order custom sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, injection molding, 3D printing, and PCB design and assembly online. Get instant quote and receive your parts within days. Thank you PCBWay for your support on this project and providing $5 free credit for our subscribers for their first order. Let's get back to Dima.
So combining all of these stores together was the easiest way to do, but in any case, this was a whopping $8,326.18, which is a lot. I know it's a lot. The total spendings so far is $25,549.26. It's for as of today, starting from August of last year, which is actually not that bad if you think about it out of pocket. If you want to just pay out of pocket for the thing, 25,000, I would say repairing the Crusader would be cheaper. That's 100%. But because we didn't repair the Crusader, we were able to sell some of the parts. So now we're gonna go to our second category, which is I will share you how much stuff I was able to sell and get deals on, which is gonna be quite impressive. First of all, Prius. How you remember, I did purchase the car for $3,000. I was able to take the drivetrain, all electronics, the high voltage battery, and all necessary parts for my swap, right? You remember this part. And I was able to sell extra parts from the Prius, and I didn't sell everything, I'm still selling it. But as of today, I was able to sell parts for $2,743. The entire engine, drivetrain, wires, high voltage batteries, etc. Grand total of $220 costed me so far. That's nice. All right, then next thing. Crusader and old parts. Even though Crusader was on its knees, we still had like genset, etc. So I still was able to sell some of the parts. And some of the parts, I'm talking about $2,390, so which is quite impressive for old junk, which nobody really wants. Next thing is Amazon returns, because Amazon is so generous, so it allowed to return some stuff back to the Amazon, which was not a lot, but it was just $390.36, which is not bad, I guess. And another thing which I would not be able to give you more details on because some of them are under contracts, etc. But we get some brand deals because we're doing here YouTube channel and everything. So the brand deals, sponsored content, etc. was for $8,796.17. Combining all of this together, we are getting to $14,319.53 of savings, deals, etc. and some sold parts, which is great because with that, I would be able to drop down the price for a total of $11,229.73 as of today. But you remember there's like a third category, which was a surprise category for you guys. And we are actually doing YouTube channel here. And even if there was a brand deals before, we actually have YouTube revenue, which is covering some of this stuff. So let's calculate this one as well. Since the beginning of this renovation, we published 26 videos, and total revenue as of today for all of these 26 videos ended up as $7,485.51. Maybe it's not a lot. Maybe it is not. For half a year of production, oh my god, that's nothing actually for work of both of us. YouTube collaboration revenue total of $2,047.16, which is again nothing for half a year. So the interesting part would be about fuel savings. Since we installed a Toyota Drivetrain, we already was able to travel 280 nautical miles somehow, even though we don't travel pretty much, we're just, going back and forward. But our Orca core is actually tracking all our transportation. So how you can see on all of these screenshots, we actually did travel all of this time and all of these distances, which is quite surprising for me. To travel all of this distance, we would usually spend about 70 hours at our usual speed of 4 knots. So if we will calculate fuel consumption with Crusader, which will burn about 15 liters per hour at this speed, it's about 1,050 liters total, which would correspond to $2,310 of total for this amount of fuel. For Prius, we usually burn about 3.5 liters per hour, which will be around 238 liters, which would correspond of $523.60. So we're talking about fuel economy as of today for 280 nautical miles, which we did cruise on this boat, of $1,786 on fuel savings alone, which is great because we can add all of this to our grand total, and it will save us extra $11,318.67. And as of today, we are in positive $88.94 for the entire Prius engine swap. So that was an interesting calculations, guys. It haven't been even a year, not even a year, not even a half a year since we started actually using this drivetrain, and we already didn't spend any money at all. And from now on, every video we publish about this drivetrain, every nautical miles we travel on this drivetrain is actually not gonna bring money which we invested into this drivetrain, but actually directly save our money in the future, which is amazing. I really genuinely happy with how it ended up, with all of your support, because you are watching all of these videos. Without you, nothing this would be able to happen. That's for sure. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. Thank you for joining our Discord community, because we share all of our details in the Discord. This is exactly the reason why changing for, I don't know, another diesel engine or repairing our Crusader, which totally fair, is possible, but doesn't make any sense at all. First of all, Crusaders, they're outdated. I mean, for today's standard, even Toyota Prius Drivetrain, which we installed, it's already 20 years old engine, guys. It's not new, it's not modern. It's 20 years old engine. It's ancient. And if we're talking about Crusader, it's just a piece of history, which everybody just, I don't know, put it in a museum and just tell, oh, that's how inefficient engines were, like, I don't know, like 50, 60 years ago. That's the place of the Crusader. If we're talking about diesel engines, yes, it would make sense. And most likely we would be able to achieve the same fuel consumption results, etc. The thing is, oh my God, the wind is killing me. The thing, if we will go with the diesel engine, we would not be able to, first of all, it's just a general thing. We would not be able to make good content out of diesel engine, because it's just another swap of the old engine to another engine. Who cares about this? So from the content standpoint, it doesn't make any sense, because everybody want to see some unique content, which is totally fair. I mean, we respect that. And from the very beginning, this was more like experimental thing, because I mean, for us, this boat at the very beginning didn't have any value at all. So there is no point for us to be, oh my God, I'm so scared. What if I will do something wrong with this boat? No, I mean, we are free to do anything what we want with this boat, because it's our boat. And the thing is, another, which is super important, if we would go with the diesel engine, we would need to install a genset. And how you watched in our previous video, now we can use Toyota Prius Drivetrain as a genset, which is insanely efficient for us in our use case, because it's 2-in-1. We don't need to maintain two systems. We don't need to change oil in two systems. We can later install electric motor on another side and be happy as elephant. So it's gonna be super amazing in the future. But so far, it's already amazing, because I mean, we don't waste any money already. We're saving a lot of money on fuel, especially with the prices on fuel right now. So, I mean, guys. So, installing diesel engine doesn't make any sense. Installing outboards maybe makes sense in terms of power and how easy you can get like the used one, because you can easily get, I don't know, like 100, 150 horsepower for $2,000-$3,000 used one on marketplace. But this boat was never designed to install the outboards on it, and I would need to reinforce the transom plate and the transom itself, the stringers. I mean, the entire boat was never designed to do this, and the amount of fiberglass work which we would need to do, especially in the winter, doesn't make any sense. So maybe not for this boat, guys. Well, that's the thing for this video. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, comments. Thank you for joining our Discord server. And more content is coming soon because we not even close to finish. There is a lot of things to do with this boat. So stay tuned. More content, more content is coming. Let us know in the comment, what do you want to see more about our boat, lifestyle, or transition of our drivetrain. We might consider all of this in our future videos. I wish you the great luck into your projects. I know we had a lot on ours, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.